It's been a minute. It feels like, it's Sunday. Seems like I come on every weekend, like around Sunday. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi. It's time for me to do my regimen. I've already done my oil again. It's been sitting for 3 days, so I'm going to be doing my new oil earlier than I didn't finish a full month. I must have been using a lot. But anyway, so what you're seeing right here, I just wanted to give you a little update on my wash and go. What you're seeing right here is me doing a little bit different. I've updated my wash and go a little bit, preparing for the winter months. I want to do that challenge I talked to you about. I want to begin a challenge, and I'll go ahead and say it, where I encourage you to follow me and come along with me as I do wash and goes throughout the winter. When I think of winter, I'm in the South, I'm thinking more like end of October, so November to probably beginning of March. That's how long it's going to be for the winter. And so this new wash and go regimen, where I do the same thing, but I just add a few more steps before I put my gel on. And you can still go in the other direction if you don't want to do wash and goes, but this is a specific challenge to see if a wash and go can be considered a protective-ish style. That's what we're going to call it, protective-ish style for the winter and still retain length. That's what we're looking for. Can we make it through this winter looking like this and still retain length for the when we come out of the winter? So I guess what I'm going to probably have to do, and y'all go ahead and you might have been in part of other challenges where you would know more of the specifics that would go along with the challenge. But from what I'm thinking, I already have some ideas of how I want to do this. I got to get some more things put together, but I want to make the announcement because I want you all to get ready for it. And whoever's interested in going along with me, sometimes it's easier to get a regimen together and to keep going when things are hard if others are going with you. And if you have somebody kind of along with you, okay? So I just want to know whoever's interested in being a part of this challenge. It's just a little mini challenge, winter wash and go challenge, retaining length challenge, where we're trying to prove that the wash and go is a protective-ish style, and that you can retain length and you can have good ends and your ends don't have to be damaged or anything. So we're going to come up with all the things we're going to need to do. So that means you already need to have a regimen that you're starting to do, and you're taking that regimen that we talked about before and you're taking it to the next level for winter. So you're doing everything that you already hopefully have started to do. Hopefully you've already started working on that oil, working on it. I want to hear what's been going on for you. You've already decided on the 5 things. The P5, Patrice's 5 steps for hair retention and health. And the 3 levels. Wherever you are in your life, you can pick a level that fits you best. You know, maybe you can't do an hour for each step or 30 minutes for each step every time you do your wash and go, or your wash day, I should say, but you can do it once a month. Maybe you do it, let's say the minimum that can be done is what you do with your wash day. You do once a week. That's all you can do. You do your 5 steps once a week. And you are taking care of it throughout the week. You're moisturizing it lightly, or you're putting water in it, or you're keeping it alive. Maybe you're not doing what I'm doing, but you're doing some kind of moisture or some kind of pre-pooing or something, or spritzing between that time to keep your hair looking, keeping it moisturized. But when you do that once a week, you only do 15 minutes for each thing, okay? You know what I mean? So your conditioner is only 15 minutes. You don't do 10 to 15 minutes. It's the most you have time for. And you finish that. And that's what you do. But maybe one time out of the month when you do it, you can go a little longer. Maybe you can go 30 to 45 minutes. Okay? So that's one option. Or you can try to make that one time the hour to 2 hours. But go with your lifestyle as long as you are doing it, is what we believe, right? It's better than what you were doing before when you didn't do it at all, right? 10 to 15 minutes. Go for it. Do what you got to do for your life, you know? Okay, so that's one little thing. But get that going, because we're about to up that game, and we're going to do a little bit more with taking care of our ends for the winter. So you're going to keep whatever your regimen is, and then you're going to take that regimen and take it to the next level. Now, if you don't feel like you're ready for this challenge because you're still figuring out your regimen, don't worry about that. Then you jump in like in November. Okay? In fact, I wanted October to be the get ready month. I do that with my fitness too. So I want October, wherever you are in your journey, just get ready for the winter. So let October be the preparation for winter regimen, okay? Because I have a few things I want you to be doing before we completely commit, okay? Because we're going to up our game in terms of what we do with our ends. We're also going to up our game for anyone who's interested in doing this in what we take in. We're going to take in some stuff that's going to up our game for the winter, okay? And we're going to also add a little bit of fitness. So you can, anything to get your blood circulating. And why not do the spiritual too? So go ahead and get that going too, right? Why not? So let's do body, mind, and spirit, upping our game for the winter regimen. And we're going to prove that we can do wash and goes in the winter and still retain length and take care of our hair, okay? Anything you can do to help me with this, that'd be great. This is me doing it with you in front of me. I'm still learning. So I've already begun. I don't know if my hair looks any different at all, but I've already begun to do some of the things, okay? Remember I talked about tea rinses? I had not started that. I had not tried it or anything. So I figured I would begin to add that for the winter. That's one of the things I'm going to add for the winter. And some other things I'm going to change with my sealant for the winter as well, and prepare for more of a winter sealant. So those are that's two of the things that I'm going to be adding. I want you today to pre-challenge is what I want you to begin to start doing. And I'm not going to wait for September to be over because we need as much time as we can. We're going to prepare our bodies and ourselves for this challenge between now and the end of October, okay? So we're doing a preparation challenge. We're preparing our bodies and ourselves for the challenge. So this is what I need you to do, okay? I need you to prepare by looking into tea rinses, okay? I need you to start looking into a thicker sealant for your ends, what you would like, okay? I have chosen some, and I'll give you some ideas, like shea butter is one, and castor oil. Those are two big ones, okay? Let me see what else. Oh, I have some minerals and some things that are really good for hair growth, and some things I want you to start taking into your body, and I'm going to name them. I want you to begin to see what MSM's like, and I want to talk to you more about that. It comes with, you need to take it with vitamin C. Kelly Proverbs uses it, but I didn't want to talk about that till we were ready. First, we need to understand all the stuff we did learn, and now we'll start that. I also wanted you to start taking liquid biotin, okay, if you're interested. But we need to, before we start that, do not begin taking that yet, okay? Both of those things require a lot of water. So what I'd like us to do for this preparation time is over between now and mid-October, I'd like you to begin to up your water intake, okay? I would like you to begin to also pick a day out of the week where you move your body for 30 minutes to an hour. Just that, okay? Might as well take a little bit of time for the Lord, okay? He needs a lot of time. We should be giving him a lot of time. But what if you just gave him 10 to 15 minutes of your time? How about you did 10 minutes a day? Just a little time with the Lord. So let's start preparing ourselves to get ourselves ready so we got the right focus, the right mindset, and the right stuff, preparing ourselves so that when we begin to take these things in and we begin to do this, we can stick with it no matter what. We're not going to stop, and we are not hurting ourselves when we do it. So I would never tell you to take, or I would not encourage you to take MSM or biotin without being someone who already drinks a lot of water. So I'd like you to already begin to take care of your body. I need you to start, if you already take smoothies, if you're a person that loves smoothies, go ahead and begin to take some smoothies, eat some fruit, start eating better, take some vitamins, drink water. I love coconut water. Begin to get your body used to bringing in these healthier things, okay? And just get your body more used to it. Get rid of sodas if you can. Anything that's too high in sugar and fructose and all that, try to get rid of that more And maybe substitute. I love honey, so I make a lot of things that are supposed to be sweet. I even made a sweet tea with replacing it with honey. I'll go to Starbucks, and I don't drink coffee, so I don't really like coffee. I'm already hyper. So I'll get a green tea. I know I do sometimes green tea. I do a black tea lemonade, and I substitute their syrup with honey. I tell them to take, now I'm going to tell you my thing. So if y'all start doing it, maybe they'll actually make it a drink on their menu. So I tell them I do a venti, and I say take 7 honeys, dissolve it in hot water, and then put it in there. And I always do it. They should call it the Patrice drink, because everywhere I go, I order it, and they can make it for you. So I encourage you to do things like that. Replace it with honey, or I think it's called, why can't I think of it off this pot? It's stevia. I think it's stevia. It's the natural sugar sweetener, okay? Or sugar in the raw. Just try to be careful with all the sugar. Moringa, Moringa, is a miracle food that is good for your body. It's good for reversing dementia. Not dementia. Yeah, it's also good for dementia, but it's mostly good for diabetes, for sugar levels. So I want to start beginning to talk to you about taking care of the inside of your body. And all of the things that I want you to take, I need you to slowly begin to take. And I want to talk more about it so you know what it is you're taking. These things I'm telling you to take promote hair growth as well as actually heal serious diseases in your body. Okay? They literally heal serious diseases in your body as well as promoting hair growth. So as much as we want our hair to grow, I want you to stop for a minute and realize that I saw this somewhere else, that the body will take the nutrients it needs first. And if you don't have enough, then that's why your hair actually doesn't flourish, because it doesn't have enough. When it has more than it needs, then the hair will get what's left. But it's got to take care of the most vital organs first. So you really can't just focus on hair growth and what we put on our hair if you really want true flourishing hair or skin. So at one point, there's no way around it. At one point, we got to take care of the inside of our bodies. Okay? So if you are serious about this journey and about having healthy long hair, or just healthy hair at whatever length it is, but it probably will grow if it's healthy. It'll probably grow, and if you take care of it, it will retain itself. The length will retain. If we're really committed, and the word that God gave me to give you is deliberate, I'm a holistic person, and the Lord always shows me things in holistic ways. I would be remiss if I were sitting here telling you, put all these things on your hair so your hair can grow, and that's it. There's no such thing as things being isolated in that way when it has to do with anything living or anything natural, anything that's going to flourish. There's always more. There's always a holistic. So when I do fitness and dance fitness, I would have strong women in my class, and then for some reason they don't know why they still feel thick. I said, well, there's more to it. What are you eating when you leave class? So we need to start talking about the nutrition. We end up doing the same thing we're doing with the hair. It always goes back to that. So if you're somebody who's just like, I just don't want to be thinking about all that, I hope you give yourself this chance, because maybe your hair is saving your life. Maybe because you're so interested in your hair, you will stumble upon a vitamin or a mineral that I'm talking about that literally will cure you from a disease. And once you're cured from the disease, it actually flourishes in your skin and in your hair. So let's start thinking about these super duper duper foods and start eating with coconut oil in your foods. So if you're a smoothies kind of person, put these things in your smoothie when we get to that point. Right now, I don't want you to start doing anything. I want you to prepare your body for it. Why? It's because I'm sure when I say biotin and when I say MSM, a lot of people cringe, because you've heard a lot of people have bad breakouts and bad skin problems from it. I heard that before I took MSM, but I was already in a health journey because I was just finishing a challenge. And I was concerned about this MSM because, Curly Proverbs said it, everybody else said it. And so I said, let me just take a little bit at a time. And it was like the end of May, I believe. I didn't see anything. People said they would get headaches, but I took a little bit at a time. But I was already focusing on my water, and I was already focusing on eating well. And I said, maybe that's why I'm not having this problem, because I did that pre-thing where I was already in something with my classes, and I was already focusing on my eating and my diet. So there was no impurities coming out in my skin. Not really, because I had already flushed so much out. I was already taking coconut oil capsules. I was already trying to be healthy and in other ways that when that came, I didn't have a lot of toxin coming out. So that's why it's very important that we do a preparation, okay, before we take these vitamins. Do not start taking them until you've gone at least 2 weeks of building up your water intake, okay, and do your exercises. So start preparing to, but don't start. I would say don't start until you've cleaned out your body, you're using the bathroom more, you can do some things to clean out your system, like probiotics. You don't have to do that, but I would say start taking some coconut oil. It's kind of hard to take by the spoonful, but I would say start, because that's a super duper food that cleans your body and your stomach, and also reverses dementia and Alzheimer's, and has been proven to do ALS, Parkinson's, the MCTs. So anytime you're ready, you can begin the coconut oil. Begin to take it. I sell the capsules, and you might be able to get them anywhere, but I do sell capsules because of my aunt and my mom in my life. They began to have that. So I said, Lord, you gave me the gift of healing. How can I bless my family with that gift? And the Lord led me to all these minerals and vitamins and all this stuff. And I've been on this journey since this May. Okay. So over 40. I'm not going to tell you my birthday's next month. And the Lord has kept me, and I believe that this is going to be something that's going to make me look even younger and be even healthier now that I'm doing this. So obviously this is a lot of information. I don't even know how I'm going to title this because I have a lot of information. I'm literally, as I'm speaking to you, the Spirit's telling me what to say. So that's why it's not, I came on just to say something small, but I'm telling you more. I'm being led to tell you more. So if you are not ready to take your life, your hair, and your health more deliberate, I pray that you become more, and just jump back in. This video will be here. Jump back in when you're ready, when you're convicted. But if you're ready to be more deliberate, just know that you can only go but so far when you're putting things on your hair. At one point, you need to put things in your system to help you. And a lot of you came here because you love Curly Proverbs like I do. She takes MSM and she takes vitamins and she takes things in. And MSM does grow your hair. It helps with promote hair growth, and all these other things do. And there are a lot of women on YouTube who have taken biotin, and it does the same. And the moringa does. Okay, but coconut oil, moringa, and MSM are super duper foods that actually heal diseases. So if you also have diabetes and you have Alzheimer's or anything in your family like that, or heart disease or any of those problems, these are super duper duper foods that help in those areas. So please do all your research if you like to. I will try, and when I begin this officially, I'm not the one like she is where I talk about ingredients and how this works. Like, I don't memorize the details of what things are. I learn it, I take it in, and I'm like, I'm good. But to memorize it so that I can regurgitate it for you, that's just not my area. I just teach you. I'm better at saying I did the research, it's good, thumbs up for me, you got my Patrice approval, and move forward with it. I believe in it. I'll show you how to do it. I'll encourage you. That's me. But I will stop for a minute because you need to know what goes into your body and why. I will stop and I will write down some specific things that MSM has that are beneficial to your health, as well as we already know it promotes hair growth. And with moringa, which is the craze right now, and if you don't know about it, you need to know about it. Moringa is the craze. They're giving it to people in Africa that are dying, and poor people who are, I know some churches that are doing that to help the villages that are poor, and because it's from Africa, it's a shame that they're not getting this miracle, herb. It's from a tree, so plant. And they have it in India as well. It's in different countries and it has different names, but if you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of stuff on it. Okay, so do your research. MSM, Moringa, Moringa, and coconut oil. Those are 3 super duper. If you only did one of them,